Welcome everybody to the next wrestling commentaries. John, would you like to start it off today?
We're going to talk about a new thing developing in I almost spoiled it right there. In wrestling, the use of country music. You see, we all know that Undertaker's using the infamous Johnny Cash song "Ain't No Grave," and if you watch Raw this Monday, you saw a highlight package set to pump you up for the Triple H Undertaker, and it had the song "In Time" by whoever that was. I don't remember who sang it originally. I actually like that song. It sets the mood pretty well.
Well, continue.
Now, I want to know, what's up with all the country in wrestling? I mean, I know it's all like dark country and has kind of like that good feel to it, but it's hard telling.
Well, okay, so you want to talk about what happened on Raw?
Let's do that.
Alright.
It seems as though Punk's got the upper hand heading into WrestleMania, what with Orton's injured leg. How will the Viper combat this handicap? Now, we would also like to remind you, all Nexus members have been banned from ringside.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, that match, many people think it has the potential to steal the whole show.
I guess. My prediction on stealing the show is Daniel Bryan Sheamus.
They're not going to give that one enough time to really do that. But then again, you also got to take in consideration 9 matches in 4 hours, and alright, you know that hopefully Lawler and Michael Cole ain't going to last that long.
Yeah.
The Snooki match isn't going to last that long. The 8-man tag with the Core taking on Kane, Big Show, and Morella and Kozlov, that's not going to last too long. Probably won't go above 10, so I would say Sheamus Bryan will get around the 10-minute mark, maybe a little over, hopefully.
Yeah. Because the main event matches are going to average 30 minutes. So.
Now, Triple H Taker will probably go pretty long, like 20 to 30. I don't see Miz, Cena going past the 20-minute mark, to be honest, because I don't think people would want to watch them wrestle each other for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Del Rio Edge could actually go a good while and not get boring.
Yeah.
Because those two can work a ring.
Yeah, they could. And then,
did you see Chris Jericho's April Fool's post today? He said that he was dropping out of Dancing with the Stars to go to WrestleMania and wrestle in the main event against Funaki.
Ha! That's funny.
Good old Jericho humor. We
Yeah.
need that again.
Yeah, we do.
But now, the biggest question heading into WrestleMania is, what part will all the X Factors play in each match? Like, in the Edge, Del Rio, you've got Brodus Clay in Del Rio's corner and Christian in Edge's. So what factor will Christian play in the match? Well, I mean, I don't think Brodus Clay really matters, but
No, not near as much as Christian.
hell, who knows? Maybe Ricardo Rodriguez will have a face turn and turn on Del Rio or something.
Ha! That'd be funny.
And probably get an armbar slapped on him. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
What factor will The Rock play in the Miz Cena match?
Will he lay the smackdown on Cena?
Notice that on that segment on Raw, there was no rock bottom used. So you know what that means. He's saving it for somebody.
Yeah.
Although I've always thought that the People's Elbow was a little bit more special than the rock bottom, honestly.
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't really like how Miz just popped up right after he took it. Kind of made it look not as special as I would have liked it to. But anyway.
Who else?
Also the Shawn Michaels factor in the Triple H Undertaker match.
Which I really hope they don't. That's not the. He causes what the ending is. If he gets involved, that's fine, but I don't want him to, be the reason why somebody wins.
For all we know, he will probably go in there, super kick Undertaker, then Triple H will be like, yeah, Shawn, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Kicks Triple H too.
Yeah.
Then he covers one of them, and
That would be funny.
did you notice how many people were chanting either triple threat or one more match when Shawn was out there?
Uh-uh.
There was a big one more match as soon as he left the ring.
Wow.
or as he was about to leave the ring. And as he was leaving, you could see him mouth out to Triple H after Triple H said, "Shawn, tell him I'm going to win at WrestleMania." He's gone. Then Shawn looks at Triple H and mouths out, "You can't win, I'm sorry." Which, I mean, think about it, this could be setting up for the streak to be broken. I mean, Undertaker making the comments about how he ended Shawn Michaels' career, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like the arrogant way at which he kind of laughed off at Triple H when he was leaving. It could be to try to get him over, like he's not getting over as a heel, but kind of doing heelish things.
Yeah.
In order that way, I guess, so people will dislike him. That way, if the streak does end, it won't be like a riot in the street. I don't think there'd be a riot in the street anyway, because people love Triple H.
Yeah, but the streak is special.
Yeah. I don't see why they would end it after being 18-0.
Yeah. What else is there?
There's the question of the CM Punk Randy Orton match. Who do you think's gonna win?
I think CM Punk, because I think the rivalry is going to go to Extreme Rules. So that way.
Yeah, but the theory of reverse momentum in wrestling says that Punk will, I mean not Punk, but Orton will probably win since Punk had the advantage on the go-home show overall.
Yeah, well, it's possible.
I mean, based on the law of reverse momentum, you would think here would be the winners. Of course, Cena has the momentum going into his match with The Miz, so you would think The Miz would win. Let's see. Shawn Michaels' comment that Triple H can't win makes you think that
Triple H is going to win.
Yeah, due to the law. Or maybe they're like thinking ahead and thinking, oh, people will think that whole reverse momentum thing. And
I don't know if they really think that hard on it, John.
yeah.
But that does tend to happen a lot, though. There's no denying that.
Oh, I watched a good bit of the rise and fall of WCW today.
You did?
Yeah. One thing I liked is that they had the clip of Kevin Nash throwing Rey Mysterio like a dart into that trailer.
Yeah.
I hate Rey Mysterio.
Why do you hate Rey?
Nowadays it's because they try to call him the ultimate underdog, but he wins all the time! How's he an underdog if we know he's gonna win?
Well, he's going to lose a Mania, so.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, did you know that Rey Mysterio specifically asked to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? So that kind of tells you he's going to put him over.
Yeah.
Either that or he just wants him to be on the stage and he's just going to... he just needed someone to job to him.
Ha! Yeah. Well, Rey's starting to be on his way out the door anyway. That's why they brought in Sin Cara. So.
Yeah. Or maybe they could do something like where Rey loses his mask and it'll be like Shawn Michaels lost his smile.
No, that's a bigger deal for Rey to lose the mask. Because, I mean, he's never not worn the mask.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a time in late WCW he wasn't wearing the mask.
Was he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, then I feel silly. But...
You know, another mistake WCW made, unrelated note, but since it's been 10 years since WCW went, I feel it's kind of relevant to bring this up.
Okay.
They were talking on there about the Goldberg-Hogan match that took place on Nitro in the Georgia Dome. Like 40,000 people showed up there for a Nitro show.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was in Goldberg's hometown.
Right.
The stadium in which Goldberg played for the Falcons.
Yeah.
And this match was announced 3 days before on Thunder. And Goldberg was mentioning, hey, listen, this was announced 3 days before on Thunder. What if they had the next pay-per-view at the Georgia Dome, then announced it 3 weeks in advance and had that time to sell and build it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was
things like that brought WCW down.
Now that also helped them win. It helped them win the ratings war, but I mean that was their problem. They thought about TV ratings rather than getting their numbers from their pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, which is really where the big money is.
And of course, another thing that ruined their pay-per-view dollar was that stupid thing that happened at Halloween Havoc in 1998.
I'm blanking right now.
Diamond Dallas Page and Goldberg faced off in the main event, and that's the one where it cut off right in the middle of the match.
Oh,
They went
yeah.
over.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
They were like, I guess they kind of lost track of time and said, "Oh man."
Yeah, they had to return like so much money to people and stuff because of it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know how so many people could complain, because I mean, you knew Goldberg was going to win. You knew he's not. You know he's not going to lose, and
Yeah, but they still wanted to see the match, so.
yeah. You know, but a big thing to WCW was the cruiserweights. That was the big plus for WCW.
Yeah.
Like, if they were talking about how the NWO storyline brought them in and the cruiserweights kept them there.
Yeah.
I mean, the NWO in theory was a brilliant thing, because I mean, NWO was acting like a separate entity from WCW. It's called a duopoly. Create the illusion that there's a competition and or some kind of takeover, and then helps make more money that way.
Yeah, it does. I thought the NWO angle was fine until about 99.
It got stale after too many people were in it.
Yeah, when you have half your roster in a faction, there's just something wrong there.
Yeah. I mean, it... Yeah...
Okay, well, while we got a couple minutes, let's mention TNA.
Daniels is back.
Yeah, he made his big return.
I didn't really like his return, though. Just jumped out of the crowd, climbed on top of the cage, and did a crossbody. Now, that spot was cool,
Right.
but I think it would have been a lot cooler if they actually played the music and had that, "Wait a minute, it can't be," and
Then he could have came through the crowd even to make it a little bit more.
be like, "Where is he? Where?"
And then you see
But
him.
then
in
again, that
concert.
gives me horrible flashbacks to RVD's TNA debut. Possibly the worst debut in history, because for one thing, just the way he came out of the crowd, I didn't like it for a debut. And second, the fact he got beat up by Sting after the match.
Yeah, that. You never want your debuting wrestler to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Matt Hardy's debut?
At Genesis? That one was actually done alright.
Yeah, but his, actual him doing anything was him saving his brother from getting his ass kicked in the back.
Oh.
Outside of the Genesis part.
Yeah. At Genesis, he beat Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
So that's a big way to come in.
Well, I guess TNA does some things right, but they do a lot of things wrong.
Releasing Daniels in the first place, wrong. Bringing him back, right.
Originally pushing Samoa Joe, right. Letting him slip and fall underneath all this immortal crap.
Wrong.
Yep.
Could you imagine Goldberg versus Samoa Joe, though? 'Cause, I mean, Samoa Joe at the beginning of his TNA tenure was kind of like this Goldberg with that undefeated streak going so long.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He had the feel to him. And, one last thing let's mention is the Lockdown pay-per-view. Your opinions on a pay-per-view with all cage matches. Good or bad?
I thought it was innovative at the first time I heard of it, and I still like it, because I mean that was their thing until WWE decided to start doing the gimmick pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And
But WWE, all their pay-per-views are, they have normal matches, then the gimmick matches. So.
yeah, but Lockdown actually has a decent looking card. You gotta look at it, viewers.
Yeah. But, thank you all for watching. This is John, I'm Travis.
Peace out.
Yeah.